going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chucky, I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a great night so far. All right, you guys want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. I've got a bunch of random stuff tonight. Not anything that's going to take the entire video. I feel like I've gotten carried away. In the last couple lives I've done, have been like a 1 or 2 clip style video when that's not what I built my channel on. I generally do like 4 or 5 clips. And yeah, I try to hold everyone's attention. So we're going to go back to that for tonight. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Bunch of random stuff. All sorts of judges, all sorts of fun. Anyways, let's go. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
People of the state of Michigan versus Maran Smith, file number is 24-00883. Council Chance.
I'm with God on behalf of the chief.
Good morning, man. Please, this honorable court. Kareem Johnson for behalf of Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith is present in the courtroom. Today is the date and time set for a hearing on a bond violation, and I think there's a pre-trial for a child abuse court. Are you ready to proceed on the bond violation?
Yes, Sean.
Yes.
And I've explained to my client his right to hearing the contested bond violation. Explains the condemnation of bond violation. I believe he is willing to waive his right to hearing and admit that he had contact with his minor child and will be a bond stop yourself.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. The attorney indicated he's advised you of your right to have a contested hearing on the bond violation, correct? Yes. Okay, you want to waive that and plead guilty to the violation?
Yes.
Anybody threatening you to get you to do that?
No.
Real quick, a giant shout out to Wixom. Thank you so much for the PayPal last night. He tried to sneak it in after the live. I saw it. Thank you so much, Wixom. I appreciate that. It was extremely words are hard. That was extremely generous. Anyone ever burp in their mouth in the middle of trying to say a sentence? Yeah, don't take a giant chug of water and then start talking. Doesn't usually work that well. Anyways, Wixom, thank you so much. I appreciate it, bud. Thank you so much.
Any promises being made to you if you plead to the violation?
No.
As to the violation that you violated as to the allegation that you violated your bond conditions by having contact with the protected person, Sky Marie Smith, without a supervising adult, how do you plead? I have factual basis, mentioned.
Smith, are you on bond to the 54A District Court? See the bond condition in which we're not supposed to have contact with Mrs. Smith without supervising adult. Have Mrs. Smith in your care without supervising adult. Yes.
Any questions from the prosecution?
Thank you, Your Honor.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. Find your plea made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently.
And may I address the court Friday?
Yes, you may.
You know, we are here because the government said Mr. Smith didn't come get his child when the person who has legal and physical custody of the child didn't want the child anymore. That's why we're here. He was out, he was working, he was door dashing. He got a call from the adult that the government gave the child to watch the child, who said, I don't want your kid anymore. Come get your child immediately. He went and got his child while he was out door dashing, got pulled over, and is now back in court with his freedom imperiled for taking possession of his child that was not in his care or custody by government order. Is a person who was supposed to be caring for that child by government order said, I don't want to do it anymore. But that person's nowhere to be found. I think this man, the government has to decide whether they want this man to be a father or not. What else was he supposed to do on that day? I know surely if, as a parent, if I got a call from my daughter's school right now and said, Mr. Johnson, you got to come get your kid. We're not going to watch him anymore. I have to go get my kid. He meant this court no disrespect. He was trying to do the right thing as a father. I'd ask the court to sentence him to time served for the violation. He was arrested. I believe spent the 3 days in jail. I think that is sufficient.
All right. I actually, when I said I had random clips, I don't remember what I put in this video. I grabbed, I think, the 5 oldest clips I have in my court folder, and I threw them in a video. I'm like, well, you know what? Let's just go with it. Let's see what happens. Completely forgot about this. Yeah. What would you guys do? What would you do? This gets better. This gets better. The case doesn't change, but the defense attorney is going to come with some attitude here shortly. But what would you do? I mean, yeah, your kid's taken away and put into some kind of government facility, and then the facility calls you. That just doesn't sound right to me. There's something going on there. I don't know. But if that is what happened, you know what? Good on Dad. I would have stopped what I was doing. You know, if something happened where I lost my kids to the government and they put them in some facility, a foster care program, and I was working and I got a random call one day from my kids saying, come pick me up, I would drop everything and go pick them up. I wouldn't care what the ramifications were. Just saying. But yeah, I've never heard this before. This is the defense I've never heard before.
How did he end up getting pulled over in the first place?
It was an accusation that he ran a red light while he was trying to beat a red light while he was before dash. Trying to stop.
Okay, and then he got pulled over and had the minor in the vehicle with him?
Your Honor, based
Yes.
on the details, it was failure to use a turn signal at 3-lane changes.
And you're saying that he.
All right. For everyone asking what the charges were, I think it was something between him and the mother of the children. I feel like it was a no contact order between him and her, and maybe he wasn't allowed to see the mom, but like there was there was a complete stay away order from everybody, is what I think. We're gonna get into it. I shouldn't be speculating. Let's just keep going.
He was coming from picking up the child or door dashing?
He was door dashing.
Okay, so how did the child end up in his care if he was out door dashing?
He got contacted from CPS to come get the child.
CPS contacted you to come get the child?
He had the child because the person, his sister, who had the child.
His sister had the child and didn't want the child in her care anymore, so called him, he went to go get the child? Is that what my understanding?
Essentially, yes, yeah.
Okay, and he knew that there was a court order that required him to not have unsupervised contact with the child?
That's part of the problem, but also there's a CPS case in which he was getting the child on that date and time. So there was conflicting.
There was a CPS
situations
case where he was supposed to have visitation with the child that day? Was it supervised?
It's my understanding CPS is going to give you custody of the child, right? CPS is going to give him custody of the child. He has this court order in which he cannot be around the child without a supervising adult.
Okay.
But it's my understanding that that is not what CPS is saying. When we talked to him on that day, is that correct, sir? Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Your Honor, I do not have the CPS order that is allegedly giving Mr. Abigail Wilson for the people. I apologize. I don't have that order. I don't know what authority. I believe CPS can place a child with someone. I don't think CPS has the authority to grant somebody custody. That's a court determination under the family court. It's my understanding that this occurred the day after he was arraigned and notified of his bond conditions. So I don't think CPS was aware of his bond conditions, but he definitely was. It's not on CPS to know his bond conditions. It's on Mr. Smith. And while I understand there's conflicting information going on here, I don't think, yelling at the government and saying that we screwed up here is appropriate when he was put on notice. I understand there was confusion. I'm going to leave the sentence ultimately to the court's discretion, but I think that's inappropriate.
Well,
Yeah, it's not
I'm trying to understand what the
appropriate.
confusion, I think confusion is something that needs to be fleshed out. Did CPS tell him he's supposed to have the child in his care? That's what I want to know.
Not to my knowledge, Your Honor, but I don't have that information. This is all coming from Mr. Smith at this point.
Yeah, because this is not the family court. So if there's an order from the family court, including a CPS order, our court tends to follow it. So if CPS said the child could be in his custody, all we needed to know was CPS said that we could amend his bond condition. But we don't have anything that tells us that. You're saying that there's something that says that? Who has it?
MB, thank you so much for the PayPal. That is very generous. Happy August to you as well. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm running half blind right now. I've got this eye issue, and I don't know if Lone Wolf's here. He's the only person that I've ever talked to that has the same eye issue I do, where your eyelid will stick to your eyeball, and when you sleep, and spoiler, I kind of took a nap this afternoon, and what happens is when you're sleeping, your eyelid will stick to your eyeball, and then when you open your eye, when you wake up, it feels like someone poked you in the eye. So it sucks. So I'm trying to read at the same time. So MB, sorry I'm late with the shout out to you, but thank you so much for the PayPal. That's very generous of you.
CPS. I don't know.
How did you notify? How were you notified that there was such an order from CPS?
I have Zoom meetings with them.
Okay,
There's court cases with them, so it's all run through them.
agreed.
And this is all the executive branch of the government, the prosecutor's office and CPS.
Your Honor, if I may, it appears based on the report, somebody did provide the jail with some CPS records that gave whatever custody they were granting on 4/11 of 24. Mr. Smith was arraigned, I believe, on 4.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things I can do. Here's the thing, though. It happens so randomly, and it generally only happens during high allergy season. So right now, it's really random that it happened. But yeah, I can do the fake tears. That helps. Lone Wolf gave me a product that's like a gel lubricant that he uses on his eyes. But like I said, because it happens once every 6 or 7 weeks, I generally don't think about it until it happens. And every time it happens, it sucks.
10. So this is very close in time. CPS might have not been aware of the fact that there was this order coming from the court. And obviously when he was arraigned, if this order came after the arraignment, the court doesn't have it either.
Okay, so got it. So there was an order from April 11th.
Yes, that's my
For him to
understanding.
have CPS in his custody, but the bond violation happened after that. He would already have been aware of that. Did CPS rescind that order?
I do not know.
Okay. Because this is a very unfortunate case, even the underlying facts. Very unfortunate because at the end of the day, the person who's suffering is the child. Because both parents have been charged in this particular case. And I think the other parent I already have on. I think, do we have a case set for here? Did she bind her case over? I'm not sure.
No, I believe she's also charged with a misdemeanor fourth. I believe it's set for a jury trial, if I remember correctly.
Sorry, set for jury trial. Okay. And so I don't know who's going to be in custody and care of the child, but if the court is going to, or CPS, I should say, is ordering someone to have custody of the child, and then that person is contacting Mr. Smith in the middle of the night saying, come get your kid. I'm just trying to place myself in his position as a parent. I'm gonna go get my child.
And I'm not debating that, Your Honor, at all.
However, you have to protect yourself if something like that happens, and you got to get your child. And probably, you probably should contact your attorney immediately. Because at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure the court's not available. You needed to have contacted someone for your own protection, because I don't think the order of the court was that you could not be around your child, but that you must be supervised. It's the only issue. I'm going to credit him time served. We'll remind him of the no contact order. Again, there's an order that you're not to have contact unsupervised, and that will remain until your attorney brings us an order from the family court telling us otherwise. If there's an order from CPS, I don't care if it was from April 11th, that said that he was supposed to be the custodial parent, then we'll amend our order. So I've not seen it.
Is the court willing to just remove the no contact provision without CPS? I'd like to remind the court, the issue here isn't Mr. Smith was a danger to the child. The issue here was the mother who had the physical and legal custody to the child abandoned the child.
I don't know
Mr.
that.
Smith had nothing to do with that. Well, that's the government's
allegations
accusation.
that I have in my affidavit of probable cause.
And it's charged based on some circumstances surrounding that. So
my understanding is that there was some evidence or some through text messages,
something
that implicated him as to the responsibility on the date in question. So whether or not you want to have a hearing on that and bring some evidence before the court, because all I have is an affidavit of probable cause. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. Prosecutor has all the information. You have all the information. Why would the court have all of that?
But I also understand why are we being asked to have to come to court again and address an issue that I believe is unnecessary. There's no evidence that he posed.
So everything you believe is unnecessary, we should just do it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure you've seen before that that's not how this works. We don't just do what.
All right. I shouldn't have paused it right there, but that was great. The attorney, said, I believe it's unnecessary. The judge, so everything you think is unnecessary, we just shouldn't do? And he said, yeah. I got to give it to the attorney for having a backbone to double down on that. That's awesome. Also, you guys missed out on a bunch of jokes. I'm half deaf and half blind right now. I'm at least half Helen Keller. I was waiting for something coming on. And according to my dad, you guys all know now that I am half deaf. So it's true. Can't take it back now. It's on the record.
Mr. Johnson believes it's necessary. The court, at the time of his arraignment, believed it was necessary based on the circumstances that he not have unsupervised visitation. And this is a situation where there's a child abuse fourth, and both parents are charged. The other parent has the same condition, I believe. I don't think there's been a violation. I've not seen her on a violation. If he's supposed to be the custodial parent, and again, I wasn't the one who arraigned him, but I don't see the bond condition as being inappropriate. I believe that the bond condition can be addressed if there is a family court order that says otherwise. Not because Mr. Johnson thinks it should be otherwise. That's why. And I understand, even as he's presented himself to this court since the pendency of this matter, that there is a concern about his level of responsibility. He doesn't get to court on time. He shows up like he just woke up. He don't show up at all.
Excuse me.
I didn't ask you to talk over me.
I came in 2 times.
I didn't ask you to talk over me. And so we have a child who is supposed to be his responsibility, and the allegation is that he wasn't being responsible. That's the allegation. Tell him to be responsible even as he presents himself in court. Get here on time and get here when you're supposed to be. I shouldn't have to tell you you're supposed to be here on time in person because your court order to appear said you were supposed to be here in person.
Excuse me.
I didn't ask you to speak. So the bond will remain as said until the time that there is a production of a CPS order or family court order otherwise that says that he's supposed to be the custodial parent of this child and have custody of it. Then they will change it. Until then, it's going to continue. Does your client have something he wants to share with the court?
No, Your Honor, we just asked court for a trial date.
Looks like he, let's see, this is a free trial. We can set it for trial. Give me a trial.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I agree with you, Albie. But Judge Simmons is very frustrated right now. But she's not sending him to jail for violating the court order. And I appreciate that. I mean, what would you do? Like that is such a difficult situation. It's 3 a.m. I mean, she kind of yelled at him saying, you need to get in contact with people ASAP and tell them what's going on so you don't get in trouble. I mean, yeah, I get it. But you also understand as a parent, I think every single parent in that exact same situation would do what he did. And Judge Simmons knows that. So he's not going to jail, which is good. I would have been upset if he went to jail over this. Now, it all there's still factors. You know, have they been living with him for a month since this incident happened? That would be different. Did he not contact anybody? That would be different. Yeah, but it seems like everything's going in the right direction.
September 24th at 8. Is this the priority file? No. That's not the priority file. There's another case older than yours scheduled for that date as well, so this may get bumped.
Yeah, I have a felony trial in Ascota County that week.
Okay, we can switch it. Another date. It'll be October 1st at 8. October 1st at 8. Any additional matters for today's record?
Absolutely,
Your Honor.
thank you.
You're all set.
All right, that was case number one. That's the only one I really remember that's on here. I know I have at least one Judge Washington clip. I feel like I've got a Judge Norbeck clip. Yeah, otherwise I don't really remember. And I did want to make another point. Yeah, no, he did say he was door dashing at 3 a.m. That is kind of hard to swallow. But if businesses are open, you can door dash. I've door dashed McDonald's 24 hours. You know, I've door dashed them at it was after midnight once. So I mean, it is possible. Whether or not you're going to get a driver that late, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was Ubering, not door dashing, and the attorney just got it wrong. That might be more likely. Maybe it's becoming just one of those words that is interchangeable. I don't know. Anyways, that case is over. Next case, I have no idea what's coming next. Hold on. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, Judge Rosie. Okay, Judge Rosie. We all know her. I go out of my way to try to put Judge Rosie clips on here because I love her as a judge, and yeah. So do this one in there just because we all need a reoccurring Judge Rosie in our life.
Okay, so, Sybil or Judge?
Yes, sir.
Hi there. Ms. Thompson was agreeable to $5,000. The bond in the felony is set at $10,000 with a whole bunch of conditions on that. So we've got to make that bond plus your bond plus about 4 other bonds out there.
What is the
So
defendant's bond set out right now on our case?
She's remanded without bond. In your
Okay,
case.
so state's already aware that you can come up with an agreement that the reason that the judge remands somebody without bond is because she wants to speak to that individual. So we still have to proceed with this hearing, and then y'all can make your, agreement known on the record, and the court will make a decision from there, sir.
Okay, I want to say this. I want to put this on the record. Sybil is awesome. For anyone who doesn't watch this court on a daily basis, Sybil is awesome. Not only that, she has a doll that looks like her right over her shoulder, waving at everybody. Man, she handles the 50 cases a day with efficiency. She knocks it out of the park. She can be a little scary. She could be scarier than Judge Rosie at times. And but at the same time, you saw that. You saw what just happened. That attorney was kind of questioning Sybil, and Judge Rose is like, no. If you're gonna start running your mouth to my I don't even know what her position is, court coordinator. She just turned on her camera right quick. She came right to the front.
Okay.
So let's get Miss Sandoval on, Roland, and I do have some concerns that I want to address with her. So let's get on the record, Olga, in case Miss Sandoval, you need to turn your camera on.
She's in jail, Judge.
That's okay. She can turn it on.
Okay.
Olga, let's get on the record in 721-229 in the matter of the state of Texas versus Miss Marisa Adele Sandoval. Miss Sandoval, you're on live. Can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you given your attorney, Mr. Roland Gutierrez, and this court permission to go forward with your proceeding via video conference, also known as the Zoom app?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Ms. Sandoval, let's get the attorneys to just make their announcements on the record.
Jessica Thompson,
Yes.
for the state of Texas.
Yes, Your Honor. Roland Gutierrez for Marisa Sandoval.
Now, Ms. Sandoval, let me make something very clear to you, and I'm very concerned about your ability to understand what I'm saying because you failed to appear back in November. I issued a warrant for you then. And then I reinstated your bond and we took care of that. Then I had to remand you without bond. I felt I needed to remand you without bond because you violated your conditions of bond in February. And here's what happens in this court. If there's an allegation that you have committed yet another family violence offense, that includes violations of protective orders. And that includes the types of offenses that you've been charged with. Harassment, continuous violence, then I'm going to remand you without bond because I need to understand what it is that's going on in your life that you're putting yourself in positions that you're being accused of continuing to be violent, not just to the general public and this individual, but even to law enforcement. So what's going on, Ms. Sandoval? You don't have to answer the question. It's a rhetorical question. Ms. Sandoval, I'm going to make it really clear to you right now. I'm going to respect the agreement that your attorney, Mr. Gutierrez, and the state have made, but I'm going to give you this final warning. Those conditions of bond are now zero tolerance. And if you end up before me again on another allegation that you are violating your conditions of bond, you're not going home. You're going to stay at the Bexar County Jail and you're going to wait for Mr. Gutierrez to get your case disposed of. Have I made myself clear, Ms. Sandoval?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me remind you of what is expected of you and what is court ordered. You are to remain 1,000 feet away from David Perez. That's the length of 3 football fields or about 3 city blocks. You are to remain that distance from him at all times, from any motor vehicle he's in as a passenger or a driver, from any place he lives or is visiting, from any place he works or goes to church, from his family, pets, friends, co-workers, and neighbors. You are prohibited by this order from making a single phone call to him. You are prohibited from texting him or sending him any type of messages on any social media apps. You are prohibited from communicating with him or having anything delivered to him via U.S. Postal Service, FedEx, UPS, Amazon, or any other type of delivery or courier service. And you are prohibited from using a third party, another person, to keep track of him, to ask about him, to try and communicate with them. Any questions about the no contact order, Ms. Sandoval? Excuse me?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Your other conditions of bond are you are to report weekly to pretrial services by phone. If your phone breaks, if you lose it, if you can't pay the bill, you are to report in person. While your case is pending, you are not to consume any alcohol or any drugs for which you do not have a prescription for. And you are prohibited from possessing, purchasing, owning, or using a firearm, a gun, and ammunition. Those are your conditions of bond. Ms. Sandoval, are you going to have any problems complying with those conditions?
I understand.
Erica, I was watching Judge Slavin today when he was going through his arraignments of the people that were in jail, and I saw someone that I swear was Josh, and I got so excited for a second. You don't have no idea until he said his name, and I was like, yeah. I don't really remember what he looks like, but when I saw this guy, I swear it was him. I'm like, yes, he got picked up. All of that I guess shit talk that I was saying, go turn yourself in, actually worked, and he did it. I thought it actually worked, but no, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. But you should have saw how excited I was for that 10 seconds before they said his name. You really should have. But anyways, Erica, great to see you.
Understands. I'm going to type up your order. What is the agreement, Roland?
Your Honor, we have an agreement for a $5,000 bond with, of course, all of the conditions that you just suggested.
Okay.
There's several other bonds that also have conditions out there. I believe that there was a lot of, I don't want to get into the facts of the case, Your Honor. I think that we'll be fleshing out some of the manipulations that happened on the other end. Some of the things that have been happening, Judge, and maybe you can give us some guidance here, is there was a time when this gentleman in the last instance, he called an Uber to get her. Now, she's changed all her numbers, social media. She's changed her address. She's now living, going to live with her sister, and we got to go out and find her job. Her father is an advocate, a political advocate, and also in the Native American advocacy area. And so he came to me and said, hey, listen, we've got to be able to try to help my daughter in this way. And so I'm trying to help the family. The only thing I'd ask, Judge, is, what kind of guidance if this man goes out and continues to try to seek her out? And the best thing I can tell my clients is, hey, you need to call the cops. You need to go put your report. If we need to go do a civil protective order against him, then let's go do that.
Yep, and
But
I cannot.
I
cannot. You've covered all the bases, Mr. Gutierrez, and it's exactly what you need to do, Ms. Sandoval. You need to listen to your attorney and the advice that he's giving you. If for some reason a call gets through to you, you screenshot that call, you don't answer it, and you show it to pretrial services, and you email that attachment to your attorney, so that he can contact the state and let them know that it's the complaining witness that's reaching out to you and continuing to want to engage you. You do not return the call. You do not answer the call. You pretend as if that man does not exist. Otherwise, you risk violating this order and ending up at the Bexar County Jail, Ms. Sandoval. Do you understand me?
I understand, yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Gutierrez?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, I've got the order typed
so
up in front of me. I'm going to send it to you. You should get it here in the next couple of minutes. Everyone is excused. You all have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bye-bye.
All right, that attorney was pointing out the obvious there, but that attorney was doing a good job putting on the record that this person that she's not supposed to contact keeps contacting her. That's what that point was. But yeah, the attorney almost got himself into trouble. I wish what was his name? Gutierrez? I don't know. He every time he said his name, he did that little rolling of the tongue thing that I can't do. So I'm not even going to try to attempt his name. So I'm just calling him the attorney. All right, next. What do we got next? What do we have next? English. All right, Judge Washington. If this is the one I'm thinking of. This lady, I can't tell if she just has a lot of attitude or she just doesn't care. This one's interesting. It's not funny. It's not sad. It's not. Yeah, just you tell me. This is either attitude or she just actually doesn't care.
Ivy, shut up.
Oh yeah, we started that way. She's yelling at her kid. Always a great start, right? I actually don't know if that's her. I really don't.
The court will call the matters of Crystal Booth, case numbers 24S4369038 and B.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Sandoval on behalf of Crystal Booth. Let's see.
Ms. Crystal Booth, please unmute your device, turn on your screen.
Is it unmuted?
It is. Please turn on your screen and state your name.
Crystal Booth.
Thank you. All right, we're here for a pretrial in the A ticket and a pre-hearing conference in the B ticket.
Yes, I sent an email to Ms. McDuffie, but it may have been late today afternoon.
She's valid. She's valid.
Okay, that's what I would let Ms. McDuffie know. And the equipment was fixed. It was just a bad light bulb.
Yes, so thanks for that update. I didn't, I do see that her license is valid in the email. For the violation, Your Honor, isn't there a process where they can go to the officer and have them essentially sign off and verify that whatever the issue was is resolved? I thought I recall that from another case.
That is the process. If it.
Giant shout out to Misha. Thank you so much for the Misha raid. You know, that kitten, how is that kitten growing so fast? Someone please answer me that question. How is it getting that big that fast? It's almost the size of Biggins' beard already. Yeah, it's cute as shit. Part of my French, part of my hard S words. It is really cute. Misha is adorable. Yeah, Biggin, thank you so much for the raid. I know that's not a Misha raid, but you know what? It sounds better. Misha, Biggin. Misha is a lot more fun to say. It really is. Misha, Biggin, Misha. Yep, no, Misha wins every single time, hands down. Anyways, Biggin, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Raiders. Yeah, we're just doing a random court crawl tonight. Bunch of random clips. Not really a lot to tell you what's going on because I'm just playing, like 5 or 6 or 7 minute clips at a time. So you came in at the beginning of this one. Welcome to all the Biggin Raiders, and thank you, Biggin. Or Misha, sorry. Misha Raiders.
Is in fact, they have to check that and confirm it. And they have to write it a specific way. And I'm trying to see here if it was written in that manner. It does, the waivable box isn't checked, but so I think when that box is not checked, it's not the same process.
Okay.
So if it's waivable, that means that I think they have to check that box before they can go in and actually.
All right, I am so sorry to pause this right after I just paused. I have been Googling what to look for. I messaged Debbie. Well, I messaged her this morning and said good luck, and she said she was sheltering in place because there was a tornado this morning. Knowing my sense of humor, I responded with, well, Hurricane Debbie just came to the United States, so I took that as a sign for Debbie taking over the political view of Michigan. Probably not the best joke, but she laughed at it. And then I said, well, Hurricane Debbie, and then you got a tornado. Looks like St. Joseph County's in for some change. But again, bad jokes. Anyways, I messaged her again probably 2 hours ago and just said, how's it looking? She's probably busy as shit. She's not going to read my message until tomorrow. But where are you finding that? Where are you finding the results? Because I've been Googling it all day and I cannot find a page at all, Kelly. So wherever you're looking, please let me know.
Show that completed repair to the officer for the officer to waive the fines and costs and the ticket.
Okay.
If it's not too, I'm sorry, if it's not too late, then we would ask for an adjournment on that so that she can get that done.
I just said that box is not checked, Miss White, so I don't know if she can do it that way, but I can adjourn it for her to see if we can do that.
Okay.
So what are we doing with respect to the operating without license charge, please?
Your Honor, so that can be dismissed.
Thank you. All right, the A ticket is now dismissed.
If I don't have to go to that officer, I would rather not, because I have a busy schedule. Like, I'm a manager of a store and I just don't have time to run back and forth like that.
Well, Ms. Booth, I was just trying to save you fines and costs, but if you want to pay the ticket, that's fine.
But she just said the box wasn't checked, so I didn't have to go.
No.
So to be clear, Ms. Booth, usually with equipment violations, or when it's possible, when that box is checked, that means that the defendant can go to the officer to show them that they have fixed the issue. The officer signs off and we can dismiss it entirely, if that's true. This case is not eligible for that as far as the judge can see, which is what she means when she says the waiver.
All right. Again, I'm so sorry for the rapid pauses, but I'm going to share this. Thank you, Lone Wolf, for sending me this. This is where we're at right now. Hold on. Share screen. Hopefully this works flawlessly as I think it's going to. There we go. There we go. 388 votes. 56%. So 50. Yeah. She's killing it right now. She's doing awesome. Not a lot of people voted in St. Joseph County. But yeah, she's got the majority by a lot. Let's go. What does it say? Last updated 842. Oh, that's right now. Precincts reported. Oh, 13%. See, this is what you have to look at right here. I mean, I don't know. It's St. Joseph County. So how many precincts are there? 4? I don't know. I don't know. That might have been a bad joke. I don't know. But this is where we are right now. So, Debbie, we're rooting for you. All right. Let's go back to the video. Oh.
Is not checked, which means that you would still need to pay the full amount of fines and costs for the civil infraction. But she's allowing you to adjourn so that you can still check with the officer to see if he would approve it, and maybe I could still dismiss it.
So in other words, you either can pay this or you can check with the officer to see if he'll give you an opportunity to waive it.
How much is it just to pay it?
A moment. I believe it's $175.
And when is this officer available? Does anybody know?
No.
$120. $120, ma'am.
So if I can't find this officer, I have to pay $120.
That is correct.
And how long do I have to find this officer? Like, what if I go?
Ma'am, you're going to need to have a conversation with your attorney regarding all of that. This is not the time for that. You need to choose whether you want to do that or not, and I'll give you a new court date. Your new court date would be on September the 5th.
I'll just pay it, just so it's done and over with.
All right. So, ma'am, you're going to accept responsibility for defective equipment on May 2nd, 2024 at the vicinity of Wyatt Road and Airport Road?
Yes.
All right. Fine is $120. When can you pay that, ma'am?
Can you give me 2 weeks?
Absolutely. So in that case, you need to pay by. I'll give you until August 16th.
Okay.
And then I will schedule you the same date on September 5th to come back. But if you've paid it, you don't have to be here.
Okay.
Okay. September 5th at 10 a.m.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, all right. I got distracted. We were talking Debbie Davis and I got distracted. I'm sorry, guys. That clip, I don't really remember. I was asking if that was attitude or if she just didn't care. Yeah, she pretty much had the opportunity to get her civil case dismissed if she just asked the officer to change the ticket. And she's like, no, I'm just gonna pay it. Yeah, I mean, you have the ability to do that. You know, I don't care. If I was given the opportunity to pay $200 or pay $0, I would prefer to pay $0. I don't care what hoops I have to jump through. All right. Next one. Next case. What do we got? Okay. I personally found this one hilarious. You know what? I'm not even gonna spoil it for you. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I laughed at this and I probably shouldn't, but at the end, if you guys aren't laughing, then you're not in my head.
Just wait for her audio to kick in. All right. Ms. Gluntz, you want to take yourself off mute? There you go. All right, this is a citation. It was issued on June 20th of this year on Maple Street there in Saugatuck Township. This is improper passing. Ms. Gluntz, you're here on this citation to do one of three things. First,
Sparkle Poots, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Welcome to all the 5 new members. Thank you so much, Sparkle. And what is this? Someone hasn't seen Office Space. All right. So this is what I like to tell people. There are 3 types of people on this planet. People that have seen Office Space, people that have not seen Office Space, and then weirdos. Erica, I am so sorry, but you're a weirdo. You gotta go watch that movie. You do. But I am jealous. I would love to be in your position and never have seen that so I could watch it for the first time. Now, it's not going to hit the same as if you watched it back when it came. What is it? That movie's what, 20 years old now? It has to be close or not more. I feel like that was late 90s, early 2000s. So it's not going to hit the same, but still classic. Still a classic corporate movie, especially if you ever had a corporate job. It's a very good movie to watch.
is you could admit responsibility to the citation, or 2, admit responsibility, but you'd like to provide some sort of explanation as to how or why this happened, or 3, you wish to contest this citation. In other words, fight the ticket at what we call informal hearing. What is it you were looking to do?
Admit responsibility, but provide some explanation, officer.
All right, and then just go ahead and tell me what it is you want to tell me. The officer's here.
Good morning. What happened, good morning. What happened was I was traveling down Maple Street because it was a diversion from Blue Star Highway.
All right, I think we're just gonna have to, say screw it and have a group movie night. And we're gonna play Office Space. If you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it. I don't even know how to do that legally without losing my channel, but yeah, you have to watch Office Space. And again, I'm jealous of anyone who hasn't seen it yet because you get to watch it for the first time. Also, another movie along those lines, Idiocracy. The difference between those two, the comedy is the exact same comedy, same style, like slapstick style comedy. But Idiocracy keeps making more and more sense as it gets older. Office Space doesn't, because that style of life isn't really there anymore. So yeah, but it's still a good movie. All right. I'm not gonna pause it for the rest of this clip. This clip is only like 3 minutes long, so yeah, we gotta watch this.
And Maple is a very narrow 2-lane highway. There was a parked truck with an attached tow vehicle that would carry a large size riding lawnmower for landscaping. It was not parked off the road because there was too small an area leading into a ditch, leading into a low spot. And they did not want their vehicles to get pulled into that, their tow vehicle. There was nothing on the tow vehicle, on the towing portion of it. Nobody was in the truck, and all the traffic going my way was going over the yellow line to get around, because the vehicle was parked mostly, well, at least halfway on the road in our lane. So with half of our lane gone, because we couldn't go through it, we had to go around it and go over the yellow line. And every vehicle ahead of me and subsequent behind me also did the same thing of going over the yellow line.
Okay, I want to make some assumptions here because I understand what you're saying, and probably everybody had to do that. But you really should only do that if there's no cars coming the other way at the time that you're doing it, right?
Right.
That might be what the part of the violation was, is you would have to sort of sit and wait a while till it was clear and then go around. Well, because I understand what you're saying. I'm assuming everybody had to go around. I'm assuming that's not why you got a ticket. You got a ticket because it was not a good time to go around, would be my assumption if I asked the deputy. Does that make sense?
Yes, I was following someone not 5 feet behind them.
But here's what I can tell you about, well, let's check with the deputy. Deputy, I'm assuming that the sort of having to go left of center was probably something she would have to do. Is it more about the timing of when she did it?
I would assume so, yes, Your Honor.
All right. What do you mean you would assume so?
So based on the damage to the trailer of the vehicle, it would appear that.
I didn't realize this involved an accident.
This is what I'm laughing about. And I've seen this clip so many times because I can't stop watching it. Grandma ran into the back of the trailer. Judge is like, oh yeah, he's trying to be so nice to her. Oh, so you just didn't have enough time. You got ticketed for, not, the clearing distance. No, you hit the back of the trailer. Everyone else is going around it. You just went straight into the back of the trailer. So yeah, I'm sorry. I laugh at this. I don't know why I do. I shouldn't. Bad sense of humor. It's dark. You don't want to be in my head.
Pardon?
I didn't realize this involved damage.
Yes, there was, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So essentially that's why you got issued a moving violation, ma'am. Anytime there's contact, someone's going to get that mover.
Judge is trying. He's like, I get it now. You hit the trailer. Everyone else is going around it like they should. And he was trying to be like, yeah, you got this ticket because, whatever. I don't know why you got the ticket when you're telling me everyone else is going around it. Yeah, you didn't go around it. You went straight. Everyone else did the dip and curve. You just kept on going straight. Mimi. How are you doing, Mimi?
So here's what I would tell you about this. Really, the only two things that happen to you are this. One is you owe fines and costs to the court. That's statutory. The other thing is most of the time when people call in, they're worried about getting points on their license. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir, I do.
Is that what you're concerned about?
No, I'm no longer having a car, so I'm not driving.
All right.
My concern is, I'm sorry.
You're all set for what we.
Yeah, she doesn't have points on her license. She has Roman numerals, Judge. Gosh, Judge. She's no longer driving. She doesn't need to drive. She has Roman numerals. Come on. Again, bad joke. I'm not doing well tonight. This is my humor. You guys are seeing the dark side of my humor. Katie, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. That is awesome, Katie. Thank you so much. All right, let's finish this one up. because I can't keep pausing this for my dark humor coming up.
Need to do here today. The only thing that's left that you have to do is just contact the district court to make arrangements to pay the fines and costs on that. All right?
Yes, sir. I will.
All right. But other than that, we're all set for what we need to do here today. I'm going to go ahead and release parties.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. We got to move on for that. We got to move on. All right. Again, I don't know what we're playing next. I think we go back to Judge Washington at one point. I don't know. Let's see.
Elena.
Oh, no, I think this one actually finishes it out. Judge Boyd. This one's fun. We're not talking about someone who ran into the back of a tractor trailer. All right, let's go. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight.
Barrera. Vashon, this is an application. All right, Miss Barrera. Yes. We can't do crop tops in court, you understand? So next time when you appear in court before another judge, if you do, hopefully that won't be the case, unless you're coming to ask for early termination, make sure your top is longer, okay? Okay. All right, court is calling 2024 CRZ.
Unless she's asking for early termination, make sure your top is longer. No, okay. I think I understand what she was saying. She was saying the next time you're in court, I hope you're asking for early termination. I think that's what Judge Boyd was saying. I thought she was saying, oh, it doesn't matter. Let's keep going.
07116, State of Texas versus Elena Barrera. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Sadelman.
Defense?
Doug Campbell for Miss Barrera.
Are you Miss Barrera? Yes. Counsel, have you received all of the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Miss Barrera, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Yes. And did you sign it? Yes, I did. Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Yes. Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it? Yes, I did. Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Yes, ma'am. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Yes, ma'am. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Yes. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Yes. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights? Yes. And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Yes, I do. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of?
Yeah, so I just refreshed the link you sent me. Mine still only says 39%, but she has twice as many votes as Marvin does, and yeah. This is a good sign. Here, I'll pop it back up real quick just so everyone knows what we're talking about. All right. Here we go. So see, mine says 39%. Here, I'll refresh it right now. Yeah, 39%. She has over 50% of the votes. Yeah, so for everyone who doesn't know, David Marvin is her former boss that let her go, and he decided to try to say a few specific things in the media to make her look bad. Apparently, it didn't work. I like to think that we all had something to do with that. I really do. I'm gonna put my head on that. because she's awesome and we supported her.
Against her?
So when people would Google her, they would find our channels talking so much praise about her. That's what I'm gonna say. You know, but she's also worked. She's worked her ass off over the last couple of months. She really has. So Debbie, great job, and you know I'm gonna keep refreshing. You know what? I may stay live until, you know, I don't have enough content. I can't do that. I just want to share the moment with you guys when it's finished, but it's probably not going to be till like midnight.
I do.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Ms. Barrera, has anyone threatened you, forced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Any objections to the court changing that?
No, Judge.
There's a $500 fine and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, it did.
Did you understand by sign?
All right. Real quick warning. My lights just flashed. The storm just hit me. I'm getting hit from pretty major storms right now, and my electricity just flashed. So my internet's already not great. So if I disappear, you know why. So yeah, now we're definitely not doing a late stream. So let's hurry up and finish this video.
Signing that you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 80 hours of community service restitution, and the DOEP course. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence.
Contained in Exhibit 1 and attachments, Your Honor.
No objection.
State you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes, it did.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, my client really wants to get this behind her, and she hopes that the court follows the agreement we have with the state.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes.
What are their ages?
I have 4 children. 3 of them don't live at home, but one's 12. It's 13 and 26.
All right, and who does 12-year-old live with?
With me and my husband.
Since when?
Since birth.
All right, so what are you doing with cocaine on you?
I have no memory how any of that transpired. I hadn't been in any kind of trouble. I went to go weed up with a friend and I had one drink. I remember having 2 or 3 sips out of it and I don't remember anything else. And I woke up and came back and I was in jail. So I have no idea.
All right, so.
Judge Boyd just looked her straight in the face. He's like, all right. So yeah, that makes sense. How do you have cocaine on you? I have no idea. I had a drink, I passed out, I woke up, and I was in jail. No memory of anything. That's not how cocaine works. It's not. It's not. Cocaine doesn't put you to sleep. It actually does the opposite. So keep up the good work.
Have you ever used cocaine before?
When I was 20 or 19, something like this, one time.
All right.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So here's the thing. You're going to be drug tested today.
Okay.
And what are the results going to be? And here's the thing. Just be honest with me. I'm inclined to grant your application. I'm trying to figure out what services you need so you won't end up doing 2 years at the state jail facility, potentially. So when you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you're going to get drug tested today.
It's probably gonna be marijuana and alcohol. And I don't think it's a coke, but that might.
So marijuana, alcohol, potentially cocaine.
Yeah, because it was around the house. And that's why my husband, we're moving, so we're moving to get away from the people that have the stuff.
No. Why is cocaine around your house?
Because we are moving, like it's not my, okay, I'm sorry, it's not my.
No. Why is cocaine around your house?
Judge, I think she was saying she's moving and the people that she lives with have the cocaine. That's why they're moving.
So, but why would she be positive for cocaine unless she's on the manufacturing line, potentially? I don't understand why she would test positive for cocaine.
I just thought that people said that it comes out of people's pores, and if you touch something, then you get it too. That's why I heard on.
So have you been touching people?
I'm just like, we live in the same place. So I was just thinking,
Are you trying to say that you might have a contact?
yeah, something could have been around it.
All right, so it is 10:16 a.m. Why would you be positive for alcohol? It's morning time.
Did I drink yesterday?
All right, and then the marijuana? Why would you be positive for marijuana?
Because I was in your system for like 3 weeks, right? 3 months or something.
So you have a 12-year-old and you're using marijuana. You're around people who have alcohol, who have cocaine just laying around an apartment. I don't understand why you have a 12-year-old living in that situation.
That's why we're moving. I mean, like, I'm disabled. I want to get a disability check. So like, and he got a better job. So now we are able to get our own place away from all this other stuff so that we don't have to deal with it anymore.
Okay, at the end of the day, honestly, and I will tell you, your attorney has done child protective services cases. I don't understand why child protective services is not involved in your life when you're at Circle K and the officer is called out because they say you're causing a disturbance at Circle K and you had a previous criminal trespass there. And that officer tells you, you know what? Let me know where you need a ride. I'll give you a ride to that location so there won't be any problems. And you said, nope, I'm not taking a ride with you. And so he's getting ready to leave and you go right back to Circle K causing issues. And this is not the first time you had a criminal trespass with the Circle K.
Actually, it is, but I know.
No, it's not. According to the report. All right. I don't know why Child Protective Services is not involved in her life. Child Protective Services should be involved in her life because marijuana, alcohol, cocaine, 12-year-old around marijuana, alcohol, cocaine does not.
Mimi, thank you so much, Mimi. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a great night, Mimi. Yeah, very generous super chat. I sure do appreciate it. Still working on that. I sure do appreciate it. I'm growing out my beard to try to be more like him. You know what? Maybe I'll get a cat. I'll name it instead of Misha, I'll name it Mewtwo. And then we'll be cool. We might be like kitten brothers. I don't know. But Mimi, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Mix. So I'm going to do what I can do to protect the child and hopefully set conditions for her where she will be successful. And I'm going to give you these conditions. And if you miss any of these appointments, a warrant is going to be issued for your arrest. Do you understand? Are you employed?
No.
How do you support yourself?
I get disability.
Disability for what?
For bipolar disorder.
All right. Okay. It's ADHD and bipolar. That's what people always get disability for. So how long have you been diagnosed with bipolar?
Since I was 25.
Okay. And has your 12-year-old been diagnosed with anything?
I mean, he's got ADHD, but we don't, they say.
And is she getting SSI for her ADHD?
No.
Court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's a $500 fine that will be probated. There's going to be proof of employment or SSI within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once she completes parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. We can do a TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow all recommendations. If they recommend inpatient treatment, she'll go into inpatient treatment. There's going to be 180 sober meetings in 180 days. Probation, sorry, I'm going to need you to do Child Protective Services job or help them with their job. I'm going to ask for field visits.
All right, I just refreshed. It doesn't look like anything has changed. I don't remember what it looked like a second ago, but I'll show you what it is. I just refreshed right when I read that. I think it's the exact same as it was. So it's still 39% reporting. And the numbers look the exact same. Yeah. Still, it's looking good for Debbie. Looking good for Debbie.
Time per month until further notice. And probation is you can let them know. She says there's a 12-year-old at the home, and to make sure they check on the 12-year-old. Probation, is there anything else she needs? All right, thank you. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person and the UA hotline until further notice. And there's to be no contact with Circle K. Let's see where this is located. At 5494 Babcock Road. 78240. Probation, is there anything else? Okay. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? No. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal?
Yeah, well, me and you both. I can't wait to see her back. The first time she walks back into that court, I'm going to be live and I'm going to have a giant grin on my face. Absolutely. We're going to live stream it. We both need to do it together. Deal? Deal, Wolf? I don't care if I'm coming on your stream or you're coming on mine, but we're going to live stream her first time walking back into that court together. Or if you don't want to do it, I'll just do it by myself. I actually don't care, but I'm absolutely doing it.
With your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Oh, so yes.
Did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Probation, if you can make sure that she gets a UA no later than tomorrow. Yes, sir. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key.
No, Middleton had nothing to do with it. I covered the case that got her in trouble, and the whole thing was the defendant left, not the defendant, the victim left and walked out. And while she was outside, she started smoking a cigarette, and the defendant walked up to her. That wasn't on Debbie at all. It had nothing to do with Debbie. Court security should have been on her. I feel like 10 people did something wrong on that day, and Debbie was not the person that should have gotten in trouble for it, at all. So, but yeah, Judge Middleton I don't think Judge Middleton had anything to do with it. Judge Middleton did say something along the lines of what I said when I covered the video: is how was the victim allowed to be outside by herself where the defendant could walk up to her? But that's not on Debbie. That I really don't think that has anything to do with Debbie or the judge. And I think the judge said something along the same lines. But yeah, then she got fired for lying to the court about that situation, and she didn't lie. Like the whole thing doesn't make sense. She put her hat in the ring to run for prosecutor, and the Marvin guy. I don't have anything nice to say about him, so I'm just gonna call him the Marvin guy. He fired her because she put her hat in the ring, and he thought he had a crumb of something that he could fire her on, and he went with it. And it's backfiring massively, as you can see. It's not working. Yeah, you don't lie about people. And she's never done anything wrong. And not only did he fire her for lying to the court, she's never been sanctioned for it. So it shows that he was just trying to get her out of the way, hoping that he could maintain his position. Like, you don't do that. Sorry, man. Sorry, Marvin guy. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. At least that's how I remember the situation. We can actually go back and watch that video. You want me to bring it up? I'll bring it up and we can go watch it. Go watch it right now. And we can as the well, maybe it's not the best idea to play that video while the election's going on, because I don't know, maybe. I kind of want to see the end of the election. Mimi, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. You are awesome, Mimi. You are so generous tonight. Thank you so much, Mimi. Thank you. And welcome to the 5 new members. Laura, thank you for being a member for 5 months. That is awesome. Mimi and Laura, thank you so much. 5 is the lucky number tonight. 5 is the lucky number. Debbie Davis for AG. Yeah. We got till the next election cycle for that. I think she loves her life in St. Joe County. She loves her farm. She is a farm girl through and through. I don't think she's going to leave St. Joe. I think potentially she may take Judge Middleton's spot on the bench. She said that. She said that on one Law Talk with Mike's videos years ago. That's what she wanted to do. So I see her doing that. I don't see her leaving St. Joe. I really don't. But I would. She has that like fire inside of her to go after sovereign citizens that Marvin just lets go. Again, shouldn't talk. Speaking of which, there's gonna be a big video coming out. All right. Do you guys remember the sovereign citizen? All right, I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna skip for now. That's an announcement for another day. Robert, thank you so much for the 5 gifted membership. Thank you so much, Robert from Germany. Thank you. You're always saying good morning, and we're saying good night to you. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, and welcome to the 5 new members. Johnny, member for 6 months. I love your channel, Cooligan for life. Johnny, are you there? Are you actually in place? Are you like set up in the naked pirate Viking world right now? Are you there? Have you reached your final destination? That's what I'm asking. Asking if you reach your final destination while you're traveling is not the best thing. Do not go behind any log trucks. Do not do it. Do not do it. There's no time left on this video, just so you know. I have this video paused. There's only about 10 seconds left. So I'm just chatting away and waiting till the next update from the election comes up. That's what I'm doing right now, guys. Oh! We got some news. We've got some news. I will be the first one to report it to you guys. If you haven't seen it already. "100% reporting Debbie Davis has won the election." 100%. Now, I don't know how confirmed these numbers are, but it's kind of looking like a landslide. I'm gonna go ahead and say Debbie Davis won this. Hold on. I'm texting her. Hopefully, if she responds, I'll let you know. She probably won't. Her phone's probably going crazy, and I'm the last person on her list that she's going to respond to. But we'll see if she responds to me. Also, now that I'm looking at my phone, Jedi, thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate it, Jedi. Thank you so much. That's very generous of you. And Debbie did just respond. She responded that she's overwhelmed. I'm saying enjoy. You've earned it. Enjoy your celebration. Awesome, Debbie Davis. That's awesome. I'm still proud of her. I am so proud of her. Okay. Hold on.
If you haven't,
I don't know what else to do now. Now I can just let this video play the rest out. But yeah. Love it. All right, I'm gonna let this video play out. Let's go jump into Discord. I thought that this election thing was gonna last a little bit longer. I didn't realize it was gonna play that bit. Why? Dang it. All right, let me see if I can find it quickly. If I can find it quickly, now that she's won the election. Hold on. It has to be, it's probably at one of the first videos that's on my channel because I had to delete so many. I don't remember if it was a live or a video. See, that's what's hard about YouTube. Oldest. I can sort by oldest. Okay. Yeah, and what do I talk about as I'm searching through this? I don't know. This is going to take me longer than a couple minutes to find. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to play it. If you guys, I will find it, and if you guys want me to play it tomorrow, let me know, and I'll queue it up for tomorrow. But I'm not going to play it tonight. Let's go jump into Discord, and yeah, let's hang out. Let's maybe we can get Debbie on a call. We're probably not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to promise that, but I'm going to try. Absolutely going to try. Mimi, it is pouring here too. Like my lights keep flashing. They keep flashing. I don't know how the lights keep flashing, but my internet stays on. And then other nights when it's perfectly clear, my internet goes out. Anyways, let's finish this clip up. There's nothing left to play of this clip. The second I hit play, it's going to go to the outro. Let's go hang out on Discord. Is there anybody that I can redirect to? I got to get better at rating people. I always forget to rate at the end of my videos. I've got nobody. On my list. So, yeah. I guess no one else is live right now. All right. Let's play the rest of this out. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Jedi. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, MB. Thank you, everybody, for... Wait, hold on. There's other super chats that I've missed. We're up to 7? I've missed some. No, I got them all. I just wasn't counting. Okay. You guys are great. Yeah, it still wouldn't help. Even if I numbered the videos, it wouldn't help because I'm trying to find a video from January or December, and I've deleted everything from November forward, and I can't, and I don't know if it's a live or a video. I don't remember if I made it a live or if I made it a premiere, so I have no idea which one. And so I'm trying to find a video that I have no idea. Anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's go jump into Discord. I am rambling now, so yeah. Until next time, bye.
Issue, you need to let probation know. Do not come at them with this "I don't remember" thing. If you're going to use, pick up the phone, call probation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you feel as though they're not addressing the issue, you can always come back to me. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I think you should know that a 12-year-old should not be living in the situation that you have that 12-year-old living in. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, who is here on